Welcome to the final assembly hangar at the headquarters of Pilatus Aircraft in the heart of Switzerland. Grüezi, hallo, bonjour, hola, marhaba, ni hao. And for everyone else, simply hello. We're here for the very first Pilatus Direct Showcase and the unveiling of a new aircraft model. I'm your host today. My name is Sam Chui. Pilatus has a track record of launching aircraft with changing the world of business aviation. And now, another new model is about to be unveiled. Let's welcome Andre Zimmermann, Vice President Business Aviation, and Bruno Gervia, Head of Engineering and Deputy CEO. You're with me today to talk about this.
Good evening, Sam, and welcome to Pilatus. Good evening, everyone, and good morning for those in the US and in Americas. It's great to have you all here.
Well, it's indeed a wonderful moment, and honestly, I think everyone's waiting to see the new bird announcement. This is not something you're announcing now and coming in the 2030s. It's here today. We're going to let you see it.
Absolutely. The new bird, so far it was called in a coded name, the G version, and we are very happy that we can reveal today the real name of the aircraft.
So Andre, what's Pilatus' secret? Why do the customers love flying Pilatus aircraft so much?
Oh, our customers love it so much because it's proven. It's reliable, it's flexible, it's powerful, it has a spacious cabin, and a proven engine. It really carries the DNA of a Pilatus aircraft.
Right, I hear you. That's all part of your product DNA. But that's enough suspense now. Let's take a look at what Pilatus want to show us today.
A vast ocean with no land in sight. The horizon stretches endlessly, and the waves break in a constant rhythm. Without modern orientation tools, we would be completely lost. Have you ever wondered how our ancestors managed to cross the vast expanse of unknown waters and pave the way for human civilization? How did Christopher Columbus reach the shores of a new world? Or how did British aviators John Alcock and Arthur Whitten Brown defy the odds and fly across the Atlantic Ocean for the very first time in 1919? Together with the sun during daytime, the stars above were pinpoints of light in an endless sea of darkness at night. These were the guides of our ancestors at the beginning of navigation. But still, how difficult it must have been to navigate months away from shore in a sea of billions of stars. When a storm obscured all sight, navigation became an art often paid for with a sailor's soul. To counter these challenges, sailors needed to develop other navigation techniques. Invented almost 2,000 years ago, the compass was introduced for navigational purposes in the 12th century. The compass dramatically revolutionized navigation by providing a reliable means of determining direction even when the skies were overcast or landmarks were not visible. With the conquest of the skies, a new era dawned. The first balloonists navigated by nothing but their eyesight and simple maps. A truly thrilling adventure. But the real navigation revolution began when we switched from balloons to airplanes. Back in 1927, Charles Lindbergh completed the first solo flight across the Atlantic. His flight marked an historic turning point. He showed to the world what could be achieved in the skies. Radio navigational aids and GPS radically transformed navigation over the past 8 years. and our ability to find our way has developed dramatically since the first navigation attempts. Today, we live in a highly technological and digitalized world, and yet we can take another big step forward. Another era of navigation technology and safety has just begun. That's why Pilatus is introducing a brand new cockpit for its PC-12. PC-12 Pro, the most advanced single.
Let's welcome the PC-12 Pro. What a fantastic aircraft, and what a beautiful launch video.
Yes, I'm very, very pleased to announce the new PC-12 Pro, the most progressive, proven, and professional PC-12 ever.
Now, Andre, I have a few questions for you. Tell me about your customers and why they want new avionics in the cockpit.
Our customer want safe, reliable, and latest technology in the aircraft.
Overall, how would you summarize the new cockpit features? What are the benefits for customers?
Sam, I tell you, we dramatically changed the cockpit. New displays, amazing resolution, zoom functions, new yokes from the PC-24, a cursor control device, reduces workload for the pilot.
You're saying it's a Pilatus cockpit powered by Garmin, but not an off-the-shelf Garmin product. What's the difference?
It's not off the shelf. Together with a great team of Garmin, our Pilatus engineering developed an advanced cockpit environment exactly tailored for the PC-12.
Which operator groups you're targeting on selling the PC-12 Pro?
The PC-12 was always strong in the owner-pilot's world, but more and more we see professional operators operating the PC-12, but the versatility of the aircraft basically gives you so many missions, so basically everyone can operate the aircraft.
Do we also get more payload?
Yes, we do. We get 100 pounds more payload to the aircraft.
Thank you, Andre. So now, let's climb on board the PC-12 Pro and hear from Matthew Harkup. His nickname is Fish. He's a test pilot at Pilatus here. He'll explain about the cockpit in more detail.
Hi, I'm Matt Harkup, team lead for experimental test flights here at Pilatus Aircraft in Switzerland. I'm really excited to tell you about our new PC-12 Pro, a major upgrade to the PC-12, which includes a completely new Pilatus advanced cockpit environment powered by the new Garmin G3000 Prime. The Pro is a true professional's cockpit. It represents a progressive evolution of an already great product. Let's take a look. First thing you notice when you look in the cockpit are these massive 14-inch touchscreen displays. Pilatus and Garmin have worked hard together to integrate Garmin's G3000 Prime avionics system into the Pilatus PC-12 and giving us a unique Pilatus aircraft. This includes completely new software, different architecture, much faster data processors, high-resolution displays, and an enhanced turbulent-tolerant graphical interface. This is a huge improvement over previous cockpits. In the Pro, the pilot and co-pilot can now both interact with the system at the same time. So the screens are completely configurable. Here you can see that I have a 14-inch display showing just the PFD, the primary flight display. But if I want to, I could split that into separate windows and pull up different applications even on the PFD. For example, here, I pull up the chart and the PFD. I could shrink it down into having the engine instruments on the PFD and have this even smaller window down here. Very configurable and completely customizable. But for now, let's put the big PFD up, and now it gives me a chance to show you our new system summary window. System summary is always displayed somewhere in the cockpit. The screens reconfigure as necessary to display that. But what we've done here is made those functions accessible quickly and easily right from the display. Just a pop-out window comes out, you can make a change, close it back up. An amazing thing about these displays is they can accommodate up to 10 touch points, which means the pilot and co-pilot can both interact with the system at the same time. So here, you see, it separates out the touches. It has a smart algorithm to figure out what you're doing. Also, since we're talking about touch screens, the touch screens can accommodate hand stabilization right on the screen. You can put your hand right on the screen, and then you can maneuver even in turbulence. Lots of thought's been given to be able to work the system in turbulence. There's handholds along each of the displays. And then that brings me down to our two 7-inch high-resolution displays, which are in a really easy-to-access location down here for the pilot and co-pilot. Right now, I'm showing the comm and nav settings, but you can also display all kinds of other functions here. You can set it up as you like. The PC-12 also features Pilatus' acclaimed cursor control device. In addition to the touchscreen controllers, the CCD provides an alternate way to interface with the avionics system. It's a stable base that allows the pilot to operate the avionics with precision, even in turbulence. There are so many Garmin additional G3000 Prime innovations featured in the PC-12 Pro, including, for example, the radial menu. Allows you to access information from the database and make changes to your flight plan graphically right on this big 14-inch display. So many other things include TCAS, runway occupancy awareness, surface watch, stabilized approach, 3D safe taxi, lots more. Another big change you may have noticed are the ergonomic new yokes. These yokes are designed to allow the pilot to fly with a single hand and still access every essential function. For example, pitch trim right here, push to talk is there, checklist advance, TCS, and the autopilot quick disconnect and pusher interrupt. While we're over here, you may have noticed that the direct vision window has been removed, giving the pilot better visibility outside and eliminating a common maintenance nuisance. Like the NGX, the PC-12 Pro has a single power lever for electronically controlling the Pratt & Whitney PT6 engine and the propeller. The PC-12 was actually the first business turboprop to feature a FADEC system, and it's been a big hit with the operators. Another new feature in the Pro is the highly acclaimed Garmin G700 auto flight control system, which now includes many safety enhancing features like roll and speed protection, auto engagement of the auto throttle to protect against overspeed and underspeed, both with and without the autopilot engaged. Now we've come almost to the end of our cockpit tour. We're really excited to offer all of these great new progressive and professional features for the 2025 PC-12 Pro. And now let's go back to Sam, who's going to tell you even more on the PC-12 Pro.
Thank you very much, Fish, for this tour. Now, Andre, from what I saw, the yoke on the PC-12 Pro looks like a PC-24 now.
Absolutely, Sam. It feels like a business jet, but it flies like a PC-12.
So Bruno, you're the head of engineering. I'd love to hear from you a little bit more about the project, the test campaign. You must have worked it a long time, to have the airplane ready today.
Yes. The development of the PC-12 Pro took over 3 years and more than 100 engineers fully involved. We utilized 2 aircraft to develop and fully test all functionality and systems.
Right. And I noticed there's one very nice safety feature that's new to Pilatus. It's the Autoland feature. Tell me more about that.
The new emergency Autoland recognize if the pilot is incapacitated and automatically select the safest airport to land. This system works with a complex weighted algorithm that analyzes more than 100 parameters, including aircraft performance, weight, weather conditions, to make sure that all the parameters are taken into account. And it communicates with both ATC and passengers.
Right, and in addition to the avionics upgrade, you also have some cool features that can reduce a single pilot's workload if I'm flying myself, right?
Yes, the PC-12 has electronic propeller and engine control system that control all engine parameters for carefree handling and improved performance. So the pilot can only act to the PCL without bothering about ITT exceedance, etc. But the new feature we have now is that we have a new auto throttle system which is linked to a flight envelope protection. With this auto throttle, the aircraft monitors both over and under speed, even with autopilot disengaged, to make sure that there is always a continuous safe flight. So we can say that with this program, we have elevated further the safety of the PC-12.
Wow, so that means you can never stow a plane anymore. That's amazing. Thanks, Bruno. Let's go to Flavia Viana now. She's the head of the product management team at Pilatus, and she's going to show us the cabin of the PC-12 Pro in more details.
Hi, I'm Flavia. I'm the Director for Product Management here at Pilatus. And today I'll be taking you through some of the new features we have developed for the new PC-12 Pro. Starting from the outside, you'll notice the new striking Pro paint scheme, which is a bold statement to progress, innovation, and limitless possibilities. With the sleek blend of shimmery metallic and white-based colors, dynamic orange accents, and technology-inspired gradients, the new livery symbolizes the cutting-edge innovation at the heart of modern aviation. Every element of the design tells a story. Geometric patterns evoke digital networks, while smooth, flowing lines represent the seamless connectivity of a world in motion. With the new PC-12 Pro, we understood we had to work within the existing cabin design framework that has made the PC-12 such a sought-after aircraft, but also evolve some of the key elements to make it even better. As part of the evolution, we drew inspiration from the modern and luxurious cabin design of the Pilatus PC-24. In the PC-12 Pro, we have fitted the same executive seats that have full recline capability, taller seat backs, and even more seated headroom. As passengers settle into these hand-stitched leather seats, they will be instantly taken into the Swiss craftsmanship and attention to detail, which is clearly present throughout the cabin. Like its predecessor, the PC-12 Pro offers fast and easy seat removal, giving you the ultimate flexibility when configuring or reconfiguring your cabin for any mission. Of course, the classic hallmarks of the iconic PC-12 are still at the core of the design. The large cabin windows that provide volumes of natural light for enhanced cabin ambience and passenger comfort, the flat cabin floor that facilitates easy and safe movement around the cabin. Our existing relationship with BMW Design Works played a pivotal role in being able to expand our cabin color palette and offer 6 new cabin options. Like other PC-12s and PC-24 models, there is also the option to select custom colors to satisfy just about any imagination and color taste. Keeping true to our sustainability vision, the PC-12 Pro cabin utilizes materials and initiatives that truly make it a green machine, from the inside out. Carpets are made entirely of natural wool and can be ordered in colors that are free from any artificial dyes. Cabin storage is something that requires a lot of design thought, as you need to make best use of limited space. For the PC-12 Pro, we have improved both cosmetic and functional aspects of the cabinetry to further enhance the passenger experience. From a cosmetic perspective, we've added new cabinet design and material options, which perfectly complements our new BMW Design Work cabin color palettes. From a functionality perspective, we've added additional cabinet design and pockets and improved the overall ergonomics and storage capacity. For a more efficient use of space, you're able to store more, access when needed, and keep the cabin free of clutter. For larger items like baggage, all can be safely and easily accessed in flight within the cargo storage area, which forms part of the large pressurized PC-12 Pro cabin.
Thank you so much, Flavia, for the nice tour. Now, Andre, back to you. I want to hear more about the exterior and the interior of the PC-12 Pro.
With pleasure, Sam. We indeed offer new interior designs. We have new launch paint schemes for our customers and new interior design options as well to choose from. The circuit board design shows the technology leap that the PC-12 Pro entails.
Thanks, Andre. So we've heard a lot about what Pilatus team think about the PC-12 Pro, but I would love to hear what the customer think about the new aircraft. Earlier, they had a chance to tour it, and let's see their reactions.
That is awesome.
And now this is a completely different cockpit.
It's like going from an aeroplane into a spaceship. Wow. So clean. The whole cockpit's clean.
First impression is it's lean, you know, it's much, it looks much modern, much more modern, actually.
Extremely high definition screens in comparison. It's important to be able to transition to a new model without tremendous changes, but I can see that there's a very new avionics technology.
It's overwhelming. You've got these three enormous screens that you immediately want to touch and interact with, and you can just see how fast it is. That, my friends, is why you buy this plane. That is why you buy this plane. That is cool as.
And I also see something that might make a big difference in the safety of the aircraft up here.
Ah, okay, so this is something you didn't tell.
Of course, I was so busy looking at the avionics, I neglected to note that it's the PC-24 yoke. More ergonomic. Once you have tried it in the PC-24, it's hard to go back. So I like that. It's funny, the screens were so amazing to look at that I did not notice the yoke. Bravo, Pilatus. Bravo.
I am delighted to welcome our customers on stage. They are Dion Whistler, former HP president, and today Intel board member. He owned a PC-12 NG. He also owned a PC-12 NGX and already decided to go for a PC-12 Pro without even seeing it. It's actually his fifth PC-12 that he buys from Pilatus. Next, welcome George Antoniadis. He is the founder of US-based company PlaneSense. Since 1995, PlaneSense has specialized in fractional aircraft ownership. The company has purchased 92 PC-12s and 17 PC-24s. Welcome, George. And welcome Maxime Bouchard on behalf of JetFly, fractional ownership operator in Europe for both business and private aviation for over 25 years. Together with his business partner, Cedric Lescop, they run JetFly that manage 50 Pilatus PC-12 and 15 PC-24 super versatile jets. So Dion, it's your fifth PC-12 that you're buying. What do you think about the cockpit?
I tell you, the new cockpit is just absolutely stellar. For me, it was like the time that I went from a flip phone into your first smartphone, your first Apple iPhone. The ability to see and touch and feel and interact with the aircraft was truly amazing. It's the kind of innovation that you would expect from Pilatus, and Pilatus has delivered.
So George, your company operates more than 46 PC-12 right now. What makes the PC-12 such a great aircraft and you operate so many?
The PC-12 is an incredibly efficient and flexible aircraft. It's maybe the Swiss Army knife of aviation. Last year, we flew to 1,250 different airstrips in Canada, the United States, the Bahamas, Mexico, and 13 Caribbean nations. We have landed on runways that are around 2,000 feet, up to JFK and Chicago O'Hare. It will carry an incredible load. It's extremely fuel efficient. It produces the fewest CO2 emissions of any aircraft of this class, and it embodies our principle of intelligent flying.
Thank you. And Maxim, do you think the PC-12 Pro will become the backbone of your company in the future? And I bet your pilot's going to love it.
Yes, we love it. We at Jetfly, we operate 50 PC-12, 24 in our fractional fleet, and the rest for private owners. We buy about between 1 and 3 PC-12 per year, and it's been going on for the last 20 years. So, of course, we're going to continue buying PC-12 and definitely buying the Pro. And the backbone, yes, along the years, it's going to become the #1 plane in the fleet.
Coming back to Dion, what prompted you to buy the 5th PC-12? You already own 4 of them.
Yeah, it's a great question. You asked in your introduction, you purchased a plane without even seeing it. To me, as a pilot, there's a couple of things, and I know you're a pilot as well. You really rely on the aircraft to be the very best it can be. But there's 2 points of single point sensitivities there. There's the aeroplane, and then there's the pilot. And if something happens to the pilot, what are your options? In this aeroplane, you've got the safe return button. And for me, that button is so valuable. It ensures that my family is safe, my friends are safe, anyone that comes on the aircraft, because I'm in the very best aircraft. And now if something happens to me, the plane, by pushing that single button, will auto-engage its auto-land facility, and everyone else will be safe regardless of what's happened to me. And that peace of mind is, you can't put a price on that.
And George, a question for you. Are you excited seeing the PC-12 Pro?
Our first PC-12 was the 20th one produced, and we've watched this incredible evolution and development of this aircraft. In fact, we have been partners with Pilatus, inputting our operational experience and watching this airplane become better and better, more capable and more reliable. The Pro is yet another evolution with a different cockpit, different avionics, different philosophy of architecture in the cockpit, which I'm sure will appeal to the users of the PC-12. I also like how the lavatory has been upgraded. I like how the radar has been upgraded. So in a very logical fashion, this is yet another evolution that makes the PC-12 more unbeatable.
Maxim?
Yes, well, aside from visiting the amazing site of the factory here in Switzerland, I think the emotion of the brand is, aviation is this amazing mixture between technology and human qualities. And pilots, like nobody else, are trained to handle technological tools and still remain humans and never forget that they are in the center of the operations. And when you enter Pilatus factory, you feel this mixture of technology and with people behind, and you meet the people. And I think it's the emotion is strong, and I think reflects what's the best about aviation.
Thank you, gentlemen, for being here and joining me today. As you can see, Pilatus has lots of loyal and long-standing customers. They love and trust Pilatus products like I do. But of course, there are also lots of fans out there. But for all of you, Pilatus now has a new merchandise articles ready to show their pride. The products are now available in the Pilatus merchandise store at pilatus-aircraft.com. So Andre, the last big question. When you think the PC-12 Pro will be available? Has it been certified? And also, how much does it cost?
Pilatus Engineering has done a fantastic job. The PC-12 Pro is already certified, EASA and FAA. And the aircraft is available. We are very happy with the pre-orders that are already booked on our side, and the average equipped aircraft is $6.8 million. Our authorized sales and service center are ready and available for you if you are interested in a PC-12 Pro.
Thank you, Andre, and thank you, Bruno. And also thank you to everyone else who took part today. So that was the first Pilatus Direct in which we celebrated the premiere of the PC-12 Pro, direct from the Pilatus headquarters here in Switzerland. A great update to this incredibly successful aircraft. Congratulations, Pilatus. Please subscribe to the Pilatus channel if you haven't done so already. And please leave us a comment below. Let us know what you think about the PC-12 Pro. Wait a minute, that's not the end. There's one more thing I want to share with you. Today, we have seen the PC-12 Pro and heard about all these capabilities. But we haven't seen the airplane in the air yet. So I'm really pleased to tell you that I have flown the PC-12 Pro for the first time together with Pilatus test pilot Patrick Wilcock. And also, I did a flight on the PC-12 NGX model to Courchevel, which is a location long on my bucket list. I can only say both flights was a truly fantastic experience, and you have to go to my YouTube channel to check it out. And that's it for today. Thank you everyone for watching. We hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Bruno. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sam, thank you very much. Thank you.